good evening, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Victoria, and it is my pleasure to come in every week and share tips with you that I hope will help kickstart you into having a fantastic week. Sorry, people, let me apologize again. This is not your razzle dazzle, come to my party kind of session. But I can assure you that the things that I share are things that can help you on your life journey. So be sure to click the like and share button. Don't forget to do that. And remember, on my content, if you do that, it'll reach more people. And in reaching more people, if I can just help one person have a better stay at life, then I feel that I've done what I set out to do on this channel. Now, be sure to stay to the end because I also share tips and affirmations that can help you be the winner you were born to be. Now, let's get in motion. Tonight, we're talking about accepting the idea that life is what it is, and we must learn to deal with it as it is. Now, that some of us may not be able to control, actually, none of us, what other people might say or do, but we certainly can control what we feel and believe based on what that particular individual has said. Now, I'm saying that we have to listen internally when we receive gut wrenching information. I'm not saying turn it off and pretend that it didn't happen or that hatred in this world doesn't exist, because I know that it does exist. But hear me. Hear me. Sometimes, no matter how minuscule it is what we're hearing about ourselves, if it is the truth, then we need to find time. You can go back to some of my old videos, find other readings to read to try and help you deal with that. What I'm referring to are the heartfelt blows that we get when we are blindsided by something else that we had in mind. When what we thought the outcome would be turns out different, or what we thought about a particular person, that we could trust that person based on the representative they had presented to us, gets shot and blown completely to pieces. This is what I'm talking about. Those sort of gut-wrenching, gut-punching things that happen. Things that we should not allow our thoughts from that to permeate and make an imprint on us, as those thoughts can impede and do impede many of our abilities to run the race to win. And that's what we want to do. We want to stop looking at the mountains, stop looking at the problems, and look at the possibilities. We want to be optimistic versus pessimistic about the things that go on in our day-to-day lives, even when it's gut-wrenching, gut-punching, total disgust, don't want to be here situations. We have to change our internal clock so that it does not imprint on us and stop us in our track from doing the things that we have been created to specifically do. I'm reminded of a quote by a writer, Og Mandino. He wrote The Greatest Salesman in the World, which is a very nice perspective on life, particularly if you are in a sales sort of position. I wasn't in a sales position, and some of the different things that he offered that we do, I found to be very positive and influential in helping me on this side of life. What he says is, in truth, the only difference between those who succeed and those who fail lie in the difference of their habits. Let me say that again. The only difference between those who succeed and those who fail lie in the difference of their habits. And we all have habits. But good habits are the key to all success. And bad habits are the unlocked doors to failure. I said the word failure because it can happen. To run the race that we're called to run, we must form good habits. And that's all there is to it. There's no way around that. Really can't put it in better. Form good habits. Forming good habits takes practice, daily practice, practice by the minute, practice by the second, practice, practice, practice. Now, with that, some may need a short period of time to learn and adjust and figure out and correct bad habits that we picked up from the time we were children to now. And some may take a longer time. Some may take years. And I will confess, it did take me years to get to where I am today, thinking positive. And even today, there are influences that can influence us that try to reverse our tape and take us back to where we've already come from. So it's important that we form good habits and become their master. Form good habits and become their masters. Instead of rehearsing our pain, whining and complaining, rehearsing the same story over and over in our heads, it doesn't go away. That leaves an imprint on us. Instead of rehearsing your pain, practice rehearsing what you're grateful for. Practice on your praise, whatever that might be. You ever turn on the stereo, turn on some music, and just have a showdown by yourself to show that you are grateful and appreciative and to praise the universe? For me, I praise the universe. I praise God, infinite intelligence, because it all works together. But be grateful and praise where you are today. Be thankful for the now. You can't get to better days unless you make it through the night. I heard that in the song. Diane Reeves. You can't get to better days unless you make it through the night. And sometimes that's second by second. Second by second. Now, I came across this reading doing my study this week on self-discipline. And it was in the Bible. And for those of you who don't read the Bible, may not even believe in it, it's literature as if anything else. I would encourage you to pick it up and read it from time to time. You'll be amazed at what you will learn. And some things might help you figure out a better path on this side too. But this was 1 Corinthians 9:24. And it stated, "Do you not know that in a race all runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize." You read that again. Do you not know that in a race all runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Now, we all are winners, and we can all win. There's enough for all of us. It's simply a matter of the choices that we make, the habits that we form from day to day. The choice or the habit you make today will dictate your future tomorrow. So if you're not making the best choices right now, today in your life, you must begin practicing making better choices. Now, that's not going to be easy for many of us. It's not even easy for me, Miss Optimistic, as some of you might say. It's not. But remember, depending upon what your concern is, you can handle this. And if you can't, seek professional help if needed. As those individuals, they are skilled and they are there to help us tackle issues we face on this side of life. And there can be many. They are there to help us personally, and it's nobody's business but your own. And that's personal. So, in a race, all runners have the opportunity to compete, and each one has the potential to succeed. Therefore, run with determination and perseverance in this life that we're in today to reach your personal best. Your personal best. Not your friends, not your coworkers or your parents. What you consider to be your personal best. And if you don't know, take time to sit down and meditate and try to figure out what it is for you. Don't ever compare yourself to anyone because each person's journey is different. My journey was different than yours. Yours will be different than your children or your friends. We all have things that we are faced with that help us be the best that we can be. That's how I view it. So let's stop the excuses. Stop the excuses and learn to form better habits. We got to stop saying, I don't want to do that. I don't need to do that. I want to do something else. You know, every once in a while, we all have to bite the bullet and say, I'm just not doing it. I'm tired today and I'm not doing it. But when we do it every day, that's when we get into trouble. And when we're doing it every day and we can't pull ourselves out of that, then we need to seek other areas of help. Like I said, whether it's professional, reading literature, listening to different podcasts, watching YouTube, anything, whatever it takes to relax you, to get you to the point to where you're willing to give it another try tomorrow. But do not take for granted that it takes discipline, even just a little, to be successful. You have to be disciplined to be successful on this side of life. It takes time to do that. It takes time for us to do the things that need to be done when they're needed to be done. We cannot just keep pushing things back and thinking everything is going to be okay and that we're going to be successful. When we begin a task, we need to try to stick to the task, no matter how crazy our days might get. And they are going to get crazy. Because when we start to try to self-improve, that old devil, he has a way of stepping up and stepping in and trying to pull us back, trying to keep us down. Whether the devil is the TV, going out partying, not using your time wisely, whatever it is, it can be anything. It's a setback. And we got to push that to the side to keep moving forward. So now you may be wondering, how can you light up a room? Because that's my theme for tonight. You can light up a room by bringing a positive and enthusiastic energy with you. Yes. Bring it with you. Don't look for someone to give it to you. Bring it with you. Smile, engage with others, and show genuine interest in what they have to say. You can offer compliments, genuine compliments. I don't mean just blabbing something off just to be saying it, but we do see positive things that we can compliment people on every day, and we choose not to. To light up a room, that's something that you need to practice doing, being present in the moment. Your positive attitude and willingness to connect with others can truly brighten up any room. Now, I am fully aware that for some, this may be quite challenging, as some of us are introverts and some of us are extroverts. But remember, you're not looking at the mountain. Don't look at the mountains. Focus on the possibilities, and watch the vibrations that you receive from others, which we cannot control. I can't control if I come in a room and I say good morning and no one doesn't say anything. But what I can control is that I'm saying to myself, I've done my part. I'm still going to be happy and I'm still going to move forward. So you may get a gut punch. Don't get me wrong. You might get a gut punch. You might be kind and doing the things that I just shared, trying to figure out the best way to maneuver on this side of life, and you're getting gut punches. What I do with those situations, I try to evaluate them to see if there's something that I can learn to help me be better on this side of life. I do my best not to take it personal that that person is having a bad day. That's them. I try not to allow that to imprint on me and affect my day. Being positive, I mean, sometimes it also may take being silent. Let me say that again. Being positive, being able to repeat or mirror someone else's behavior when we've gotten a gut punch, sometimes mean we are to be silent and keep moving. Most people are aware when they said something, done something, or acted in a way that's inappropriate. We don't have to bring it to their attention because they're already aware. Certainly, we should not. I learned the hard way to not bring it to their attention when I was stewing and very upset. I learned to be silent. And one trick that I learned, I will share it with you. If I was in a meeting at work and I felt all eyes were on me, that my ideas and my thoughts were not being taken seriously, and I wanted to retaliate, I got me a good old bottle of water. It had a straw on it. And when I wanted to say something that I felt was going to be a rock on my foot, I would drink water. And I did that for a considerable amount of time until I learned to not take things personal. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it is personal, but it's my career, my life, my attitude, my vibration, and I'm not going to let you throw me off. So I have to go inward and find my peace inward because you are pushing against me. That is all I'm saying. So, some things that can keep one from being able to light up a room. Let's go a little deeper into that. Some things that can keep you from being able to light up that room that you're trying to light up by bringing your positive attitude and listening intently and staying focused in the now could be a negative attitude. Check your attitude, yours, because we're talking about us, not them. Having a negative mindset or attitude can make it difficult to connect with others and spread your positive energy. Negative attitude, lack of interest, not showing genuine interest in others or being self-absorbed can prevent you from engaging with people in a meaningful way. Have you ever been talking with someone and your mind says, she's not even listening, or he's not even concerned about me, he's stuck on something? Well, don't be that person. Remember, we can't control what others do, but we can control how we allow what they do to imprint upon us. And these are things that I'm sharing now so that you can light that room up and be seen in a positive vibration versus not. So another way that can affect our ability to light up a room is being closed off. If you are closed off or unapproachable, it can be challenging to create a welcoming and positive atmosphere. This is being closed off. While someone is speaking and you're just and oblivion can be closed off. So you want to check that. You don't want to be closed off. Use open hands and look attentive. Now, like I said, in your mind, you might be thinking something totally different. And I'm not saying using trickery, or trying to fool someone, but I'm saying when we practice these things, we have a better opportunity to be real. And I'm being real by saying I understand that it's not going to be easy, but it's something you got to practice, something you got to do so that you can light the room up when you approach. So disengagement is another area. When not participating in the conversation, not making eye contact, or appearing disinterested can make it hard to connect with others. Be engaged if you have something to say. Now, there is some etiquette with when to speak. I've researched that also. So you don't want to just hog a conversation, but you also don't want to just sit there and have nothing to say. To light that room up, you got to get involved in the conversation. And remember, bringing negative energy into a room can dampen the mood, and it makes challenging the ability to create a positive environment and light the room up. Regardless of what we've done in the past, we're talking about today and moving forward. So let it not be said that you continue to be negative. Let the conversation now be, did you hear whoever, I don't want to call a name because somebody might listen and be thinking I'm talking about them, but did you hear Bobby Joe? He was positive today. Whether others notice it or not, you'll notice it, but trust me, others will know it as well. Being aware of these potential obstacles, you can work on overcoming them. And by overcoming them, you can strive to bring positivity everywhere you go, to light up every room that you enter. And you can do it. Now, if you're struggling to light up a room, try these tips to boost you. First of all, remember, it's okay that it is going to take small steps. Progress at your own pace. This is about you. It's not about anyone else. But take the steps. Practice positive thinking. Focus on the good things in your life. Try to maintain a positive outlook. If you're upset, admit that you're upset, but don't stay there. Move on. Work on your confidence. Confidence can be a key factor to lighting up a room. Now, some like to say fake it till you make it. I'd like to say faith it till you make it. Have faith in yourself. Practice in a mirror. Think about the meeting before you go there. Think about the conversation before you go there, how you want it to go. And you'll be amazed at how it will flow and positivity will come through when the time comes. So work on building up your self-esteem. Develop a sense of humor. That was a tough one for me. I sometimes would take things personal, and I've had to work really hard not to take things personal. So when I learned to laugh at myself, it became easier for me to accept. I wouldn't say criticism, but when things weren't as favorably said as what I would have liked, I would think about it and be better. And it's contagious. Being able to laugh at yourself is to be contagious. Now, we all know when somebody giving us the gut punch. I ain't talking about that. Depending upon what the gut punch was, sometimes you do in private have to go to that individual and talk with them. Remember, you want to visualize how you want that conversation to go, but we are not to sit back and just get pounded on every day by someone. We'll have some more lectures on that as well. Show genuine interest in others. I mean, really, if your hobby is cooking, if you like children, if you like cars, and someone says something about cars, chime in and talk, share, let people see who you are. Even if you don't like those things and you're in a conversation and someone else does, you can ask them, well, how did you get to that point? Well, when did you start realizing that that was something you like? You have to be open. People appreciate it when they feel listened to and understood, and that you're right there in the moment with them. And of course, I hit on this just a little bit. Work on your body language. Be open. Open and positive body language can help you appear more approachable and confident. Open, positive body language, because I kind of blurbed that and I want to make sure you get it, can help you appear more approachable and confident. Confident. And they have books on that too. And if you forget everything I've said, remember this. You've got this. Always, always be you. Be who you were divinely created to be. I'm not saying make yourself out to be something that you're not. I'm saying be you. But use these tips to help you on your daily journey. Now, the affirmation for this week: I will form good habits and become their master. I'm going to repeat that. I will form good habits and become their master. I hope this week that you wake up every day knowing that you were specifically created for a specific divine purpose on this side of life. Seek to find your purpose. Seek to find your purpose and get on it. Positivity and Motion signing out. Peace, love, and joy to you this week.